Hey everyone, it's Shannon, otherwise known as True Crime with Shannon or The Girls Got Soul, here with another true crime video. I wanted to welcome you guys again to the channel, and for those that are watching for the first time, welcome! Do me a quick favor, will you hit that like button if you like anything that you're seeing here, and most of all, please hit subscribe. That helps me so much, and I am working on getting more videos going for you guys. And in the meanwhile, I do blog on the daily at girlsgotsoul.com, and I do post both my running stuff there, my fitness stuff, and true crime. So I've kind of put up a new little banner, and I'm pretty excited about it. So please do check that out. I will put that link in the notes, and it's actually in my link tree and all that sort of stuff. So, all right. So here we go with today's video. Okay, I wanted to talk about the crazy case out of Alabama. I actually wrote about it on the blog yesterday on girlsgotsoul.com, and there have been some updates. But let me catch you guys up for those that are not aware. But I think most folks have heard about this case at this point since it happened over the weekend. On Friday, April 30th, Sheriff Deputy Vicky White, along with murder suspect Casey Cole White. Now, these guys have the same last name, but there's no relation whatsoever. They're totally like, just happen to have the last name of White. They went missing. Basically, Deputy White was supposedly taking him to a court appearance, and then she was supposed to take him to, I suppose, like to get looked at by medical. So at some point, they got in the patrol car by themselves, and they departed the parking lot at the jail about 9:41 a.m. according to surveillance footage at the jail, and then they were seen again at a timestamp of 9:48. So the patrol car ended up in a parking lot. So at this point they disappeared. So they never appeared at the courthouse, and they never appeared at Med, which she was saying that he needed to be checked out, and she also mentioned that she needed to be checked out for some unknown reason. What's interesting about this case is that Deputy White, Friday was her last day before her retirement, and she apparently sold her home like a couple weeks before. So it's a little bit sus, what happened. But as of this point, up until today, anyway, sheriffs were saying that she's participated in the disappearance, but they weren't sure if she's been coerced, threatened in some way by the suspect, Mr. White. So we have an update today. This is an update by News Nation via WFLA, two of my favorite news channels for my sources of news. What they're saying is the nationwide manhunt for an inmate charged with capital murder and a corrections officer believed to have played a role in his escape was intensifying Monday night. Representatives from Lauderdale County Sheriff's Office initially seemed careful about what they said about Vicky White. Now, there's a warrant out for the arrest for the Assistant Director of Corrections. So basically, until yesterday, they really didn't want to say that she had done anything wrong. They wanted to play it safe and give her the benefit of the doubt. It looks like that's sort of coming to an end at this point. The warrant was issued yesterday, and the warrant alleges that on Friday, Deputy Vicky White helped Casey White escape the Lauderdale County Detention Center in Florence, Alabama. Sheriff Rick Singleton even said that it's obvious she facilitated White's escape. So, I guess she totally just, I guess it seems like there's something going on with these two. Like I said, I don't know if they were more involved, in some way, but we're starting to get some information on, the fact that I know a lot of people are starting to say on the socials that, oh, they must have had a relationship, and I think that might be what's going on. So let's see. Authorities say Vicky White told her employees she was taking Casey White to the courthouse for a mental health evaluation, but she failed to make it to the courthouse and never returned the inmate to the jail, which is what I previously had noted in the blog post. Instead, the investigators report that Vicky White dumped her patrol car in an area without a security camera about 2 miles from the detention center. She had left the facility with Casey White at 9:41 a.m. Just 8 minutes later, the duo was spotted on a surveillance footage recorded at a major intersection 2 blocks from where the car was found. So again, they were supposedly, she was taking this inmate to a mental health evaluation, and instead they went to this parking lot where there was no cameras, but they were spotted by, a surveillance footage at an intersection. Because as we know, there's no hiding from cameras anymore these days. I could tell you that. So let's continue this current update here. Let's see. The sheriff's office is following up on several leads, and the pair is being described as armed and dangerous. Based on a timeline provided by the sheriff's office, they had a nearly 6-hour head start before authorities started investigating the escape. Okay, so what we know about Casey White. He was awaiting trial in the stabbing death of a woman during a burglary. If convicted, he could face the death penalty. So this guy's a big felon, and he also has quite the history, as I noted on my blog post. He's no stranger to to the jail and to the law enforcement. He's had he's had a lengthy rap sheet. He's got first degree robbery, burglary in the first and third degrees, animal cruelty for killing a dog, which that just sickens me, and of course attempted murder. So this guy is far beyond good man, good guy, or anything like that. So let's see. He was already serving a sentence for attempted murder. So the first one was an attempted murder. Now they're saying that he's being tried for an actual murder. So this is the second murder charge that is coming up, for this man, and burglary when he disappeared. He was last seen on Friday. The Marshal's Service said 38-year-old Casey White is 6 feet 9 inches tall and weighs about 260 pounds. He has brown hair and hazel eyes. Though Casey White and Vicky White share the same last name, again, they're not related. That's just a coincidence. Okay, when he was jailed 2 years ago, a policy requiring more than one officer to be with him during transport was established because authorities believe he was trying to escape. So the fact that Vicky took him at all by herself has also been in question, and they're stating that due to the fact that she was a senior officer, I guess no one questioned her when she said she was going to take him alone. What we know about Vicky White, Deputy White, or former Deputy White, depending upon how you want to see that one. At the time of her disappearance, she was the Assistant Director of Corrections for the Lauderdale County Detention Center. She had been working for the department for around 16 years and was highly respected by her colleagues. She told coworkers that she was taking White to the courthouse for a mental health evaluation, though one was not on the schedule. She faces an arrest warrant over allegations that she may have helped plan the escape. Court records show that she sold her home last month for $95,000. Okay, so the fact that she sold her home and then she's retiring Friday and then this whole thing happens is super sus. I mean, how suspicious is that? It's definitely very, very, very odd, for sure. And I think that there's something to it. Let's see. Our Sheriff Singleton described Vicky White as the go-to person for anything at the detention center. He stated that she had no blemishes on her record prior to vanishing. We're just in shock that she would have participated in something like this, but it's obvious she facilitated this escape. Whether it was willingly or coercion, she's involved in it. We're trying desperately to follow every lead so we can get her, and especially Casey White, back in custody. Okay, so at her job as an assistant director of operations, Deputy White was all over the jail frequently. She was up and down the halls. She had contact with every inmate in the facility. So she obviously had contact with Casey White. Singleton said, "We don't know if there was a romantic relationship between the two or not. We've gotten information from some of the inmates now that there was." But when something like this happens, you get all sorts of information from inmates, and you just don't take it for its word. You have to look into it. But we've been doing that and, trying to determine if there was a relationship. We're checking phone records. The overreaching question right now among community members is, how could this have happened? Yeah, I mean, she's in charge of all this stuff, and she takes this inmate on Friday. And besides the fact that she wasn't following protocol, with having another deputy with her, she was supposedly going to retire after Friday. That's super, it doesn't work, it just totally is really bizarre. And it seems like she knew how to hide from some of these cameras, because they seem to, so far what we're hearing is they only caught her on like the one at the jail, and then the one on the traffic cam. So that's interesting. Um, okay, they're saying that Vicky White was in charge of arranging all transports. Just minutes prior to Vicky White leaving the facility with Casey White, the inmate, we had two vans with inmates go to the courthouse for court appearances. One van had 7 inmates, 2 deputies. The second van had 5 inmates, 2 deputies. So 2 deputies, no matter how many inmates, right? And then he added, she's a supervisor over all of these people. There were no other armed certified deputies there, so what she told the corrections officer was true, but now that we think she probably orchestrated all that so they would all be gone. Wow. So I guess she put all those people, she arranged them to go in the 2 vans, and instead of if inmate Casey White had an appearance or some kind of evaluation at the courthouse, he should have been in one of those vans. I mean, there was 7 in one and 5 in the other. I mean, why wasn't he in one of those vans? At least the 5 one. They could have put the other guy in there for sure. So the fact that she was going to take him by herself is super sus. Let's see. Meanwhile, Singleton has messages for both Vicky White and Casey White. To Vicky, your co-workers are just devastated. You need to get back here and we need to get this straightened out. To Casey White, we will find you. You will be back in prison. You better be looking over your shoulder. So this guy ain't putting out he's like, look, y'all, just get your butt back here, because it's going to get worse before it gets better for y'all. The U.S. Marshal Service is offering up to $10,000 for information leading to the capture of Casey White and the location of Deputy Vicky White. Anyone with information is urged to submit tips at 800-336-0102. Now, the current updated information that's circling the web is that they're saying that, like I said, that the relationship is now being confirmed. They're stating that the relationship has now been confirmed through our investigations by independent sources and means. The sheriff's office has declined to get further into what that means by special relationship. But, after they said they put that arrest warrant out, and I guess at this point, they don't think she's innocent whatsoever. They think that she's got something to do with this more than just, he threatened her in some way, that, they had a little relationship, whether they were in love or they became pals or what. So I don't know. So what do you guys think? Do you think that that White and White are in love, and it's a good cop, bad? Well, I don't want to say bad cop. So it's a cop and inmate sort of situation here, that this corrections officer decided to go bad after her retirement, and hey, she fell in love with him while she was working. I mean, she had this amazing record, though. I mean, why would you work for all these years, 20 something years, and then blow it all up because you're quote unquote in love, or you're liking this dude? I mean, I just can't understand that. I mean, you're giving up everything, and at this point, she's going to be found guilty, unless she's got some, really good reason, unless he held a gun to her head. So I have to say, Deputy Vicky White, she really just needs to give it up before, everything gets worse and worse for her. And as far as the inmate, Casey White, well, he's looking like he's probably never going to get out of jail anyway, so I guess he figures, what do I got to lose? So for him, it's a lose-lose situation no matter what. So, go figure for him. But he's bringing her into it. So, but I'm super curious, what's going to happen when they find them. Right now, though, I really do want them to be found, because, we don't want anybody else to get hurt. We don't know, if somebody else might get in their way. They might be, found out. And like I said, definitely law enforcement and U.S. Marshals are telling folks to not approach them. If you spot them, to call 911 or the numbers on the flyers. So, what do you guys think of the whole White and White situation? Let me know in the comments, and also you can check out my blog for more information on it. And again, please hit that like button if you're liking my videos, and please hit subscribe to this channel so you can be updated when I post a new video. And have a good one, guys.